What's up, you guys? This is Steven, and I'm back with another photo analysis. This time I'll be analyzing the album covers for Ayumi Hamasaki's album Misunderstood. And I'll begin with the CD-only version of the album. So when you look at this album cover and you look at, well, when you think of the title Misunderstood and you look at the album cover, do you feel that Ayumi is capturing that theme within this album cover? Let's see. Okay, she has a smile. And I feel that the smile isn't as sincere as it should be. But that might factor into the misunderstood aspect of this of the album, since that's the theme, I assume. I like the way her eyes look in this photo. Her hair is decent, it's respectable. She has an outfit on, and it looks like she's dressed in something, extravagant and fancy. You know that Ayumi Hamasaki always has to be over the top. But that's what that's her thing. That's why people like her, because she is over the top. Let's see. This is a beauty shot of Ayumi Hamasaki, and I think it's really brave to do a beauty shot like this because her face is up front and center, and you can see her face for what it's worth. But to be fair, I'm pretty sure they use Photoshop and tons of makeup on it too, so that helps. But still, I think it's brave to do a beauty shot. Her smile is a bit, teethy, if that's a word. There's a lot of teeth in her smile. I mean, which is good. She's not supposed to have like busted teeth in a photo like this, right? But it's for me, I guess because the teeth might come off as the teeth come off as like being like veneers. Maybe that's it. But they're nice veneers. And her smile is nice. I think there's something behind the smile because she's smiling, but I don't totally buy the smile though. So that's where the misunderstood aspect may come in. Her eyes, they tell a story, seemingly. If you cover up her, the lower part of her face and just focus in on her eyes, if you focus in on the eyes, they look really nice. Like, they look like they have a story to tell. Like, hey, I'm interested. Like they're saying something. Because sometimes in photos, if the eyes look dead, then it ruins the photo. But here, her eyes look alive. They look like they are smiling with her. So I think that works. Let's see. There is a heart in this photo. I'm not quite sure where the heart really comes into play. I don't see the name of the album on this cover. I don't see the Ayumi Hamasaki's name on the cover. So again, maybe that's part of the misunderstanding too. Because like, hey, where's her name? Where's the title of the album? How come her smile isn't as sincere as you think it would be? But overall, I like this photo. I think it's a good photo. I think the smile factors into the misunderstood aspect, the theme, or the brief, rather, for this album cover. However, I think that also kind of brings down the photo. But I will say her eyes are awesome in this photo. Like, good coloration, good shape. They're really good. Like, if you could, you can make the album cover based off of just her eyes. If you just cover up her forehead and everything below her eyes. That is a good photo to me. It's very simple, but it's very good too. So, she gets, major kudos for me with the eyes. I think that that really sells the photo, as well as the other aspects, but the eyes are really good. Okay, on to the next photo. Okay, this is the album cover for the CD plus DVD version. And I personally have the CD plus DVD version of this album. And, initially when I first saw this, I was like, hey, this is really good. I like this cover. It's, it's saying something. When I analyze this cover, I think, it's a couple of issues. Mainly with the eyes. Like, I like the coloration of the eyes. However, one eye seems to be not quite on focus. Like, her eyes don't seem to be on the same page, so to speak. Like, one eye seems to be focused on one thing, and one eye seems to be focused on something that's slightly the other, It's, I guess, for me, the eyes, I guess because I think like the left eye, it is kind of bringing down the photo for me. And they probably should have checked that when they did this beauty shot. I like, her hair's, it's respectable. You don't really see much of it, but it looks good. That ring on her finger, it works. It's not distracting. I'll say that. It doesn't distract. It kind of just works with the photo. So you can't really bash the ring too much. I wonder how it would look if she had a ring on both fingers, like that little ring. It's a ring, but it's not a ring, if that makes sense. Like, it's a ring because it goes on her finger, but it's like a whole like brooch with it. You know what I'm saying? It's weird, but it works. And the fur that she's wearing, I'm not sure if that is faux fur or authentic fur, but nevertheless, it looks good. Either way, it looks good, but you don't really see much of it. But you don't really have to. This is a beauty shot, so the focus is mainly on Ayumi Hamasaki's face. But since this is a beauty shot, it is good to bring up the fact that her hands are covering up her mouth. You don't really get to see any facial expression with her mouth. So it is really important that the eyes tell the story. The eyes are extremely important in this photo shoot, or in this photo, since she can't use her face to express any thoughts. And I think that her eyes in this photo let her down a little bit. If she had taken the eyes from the CD only version and had the same eyes in that photo as she does in this photo, like if they both had the same set of eyes, then it would have worked. But it would have worked better. But it didn't. And this is a strong, it's a strong photo, but it has some issues with it. However, I will say that it is a good photo. And the theme of the album is misunderstood, so the brief of this photo shoot would be misunderstood. And when you look at this photo, is anything about it misunderstood? Like, is there something more to it than what we're seeing? Maybe with the eyes. Maybe that's the thing. Like, hey, you think that her eyes would be a certain way, but they're not. Like, one eye seems like it's Like, her eyes are supposed to be on the prize, but one eye seems like it's not quite on the prize. And you have to be careful with that. But I guess that does factor into the misunderstood theme of the photo shoot. As well, it has the heart in the photo shoot as well. So both photos have the heart in it. And they don't have Ayumi Hamasaki's name or the title of the album on it either, which factors into the misunderstood aspect of, that photo. Like, that's the theme, misunderstood. But I assume that's the theme. Let's see. I'd say if I have to choose between the CD photo and the CD plus DVD photo, I would choose overall the CD plus DVD version of the photo. Just because I think it works better. However, the eyes in the photo of the CD version are really good. And if you could put the eyes of the CD version with the face of the CD plus DVD version, like you could switch those eyes out for each other, then I think it totally works. But you can't do that. But overall, both photos are nice photos, and they work with the theme of the album. So, good job, and kudos to Miss Ayumi Hamasaki. But that's all I have to say. Feel free to comment, feel free to subscribe, feel free to give me a thumbs up. It's always appreciated. Until the next video, adios, and goodbye for now.